All right, good morning. I'm wearing this again because tonight is the night. Tonight's the night the Rangers play. Game 6, need to win. So I am superstitious like that, and that is why I'm wearing the old Rangers jersey again. All right, so good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Today just may be the first day that I buy a call option in almost 2 weeks. I haven't had one call in my portfolio in I think over 2 weeks, which is crazy. It's crazy to look back at. I can actually, let me go ahead and look at it real quick. If I go back to my trades over the last 2 weeks, go to TradeZella and look at all the trades that I've taken. Trade log. Let's see. All puts yesterday. Oh, okay. I took one call on Wednesday. So all puts on Tuesday. All puts on Monday. Yeah, so mostly puts. So a few calls here and there, but no, mostly puts. Today looks like we got some juice behind the move. So we'll have to look at what levels to focus on, of course. But I did notice going through the charts this morning on a lot of the big tech stocks. There's a lot of pretty decent holds, a lot of pretty decent levels that I want to see hold. They all came back to them yesterday. So Apple came back to that 138. We had Tesla come back to the 700. Nvidia came back to a key level. So you have a lot of key levels to watch out for today, and a little bit of juice on the Nasdaq this morning. So again, I'll always come into the day as unbiased as I can, but we do definitely see a little bit of strength this morning, but we are sitting at a very key level right now as I speak, and that is the level that we need to look out for today. That's the title of the live stream, and that is the level that we need to get above and hold above in order for us to see some continuation. If not, if we don't get above this and we don't hold above it, then we absolutely could reject again. It's totally possible. You only buy stocks? Yeah, I mean, I for my portfolio, I only buy stocks as well, but I trade options short term. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Before we do, press that like button. If you're here early, feel free to press the like button. You know, there's no time limit as to when you can. You can press it right when you join. You know, it doesn't. You know, it's always there waiting for you. So today is the 13th. Oh, it is Friday the 13th. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Spooky. Futures, as always, economic earnings calendar. I don't think we have much today on either side of that, but I will pull it up to show us. Google. So Google had a very important 2230 level. This is dating back on the 4-hour chart. Really big level. We did break below it yesterday for about 10-15 minutes, but we were able to get back above it because of the Nasdaq strength we saw towards end of day. Nasdaq was able to hold low of day back around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and it was able to bring Google back above that 2230, and I like that level to watch out for. So I'm gonna show you guys that. Tesla is back over that daily chart 760. I know you guys probably know we've been talking about that 760 for quite some time. Oh, Juan. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. I will use that to maybe buy. What will I do with that? What shall I do with the 10? I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to buy some more Celsius so that I can wake up in the morning and do the live streams. Thank you. Tesla 760, big level. Let's take a look at that. Nvidia 168, big level to keep an eye out today. Square back at 80. We've been seeing Square has been getting sort of messed up, but today Square is actually running pretty aggressively in the pre-market. It's back over at $80. This could be a nice little level to watch out for today. I want to share with you. AMD. AMD has been very resilient in this market. I don't know if you guys have watched it at all, but AMD has continued to hold this 84, and it's really been outperforming the market by quite some margin. So I want to show you guys that. Apple. Very interesting Apple day yesterday. I'm going to point out some things that I noticed on Apple, which are pretty interesting. Apple had huge volume yesterday. If you guys look back and go to the daily chart on Apple, which we will do in the live stream, very large volume day on Apple, and it moved right down to that 138 level that we talked about yesterday. So this is interesting. I mean, I'm a buyer of Apple no matter what. And I buy Apple every week. I don't really care. But Apple at 138 is very interesting. Definitely something I'm watching to maybe even sort of put more money into at these levels. I'll always be a buyer of Apple. I'll go down with the ship with Apple. Microsoft at 260. Oh, here we go. Microsoft at 260. Let's keep an eye on that. And then XLV, healthcare, big healthcare level on the XLV. I would watch AbbVie, UNH, J&J. You have a very big XLV level that we're trying to hold this morning. This is healthcare, so interesting. And then finally, you guys have probably already seen it, but we'll quickly go over my Nvidia trade from yesterday, and then we'll go over the tickers that you guys want to look at. So if you want to go, and if you are a member of the channel, make sure to go to the what is that? It's interesting. New little, looks like YouTube updated something on their screen. But go to the community tab, go to the Google Docs, and make sure to add your ticker so we can look at it today. All right, let's do it. So first of all, let's go to earnings calendar. Do we got anything this morning? Who reported this morning and last night? So last night we had, hold on. Here we go. Last night we had a firm, right? We had a firm last night, which did pretty well. And then nothing this morning. So keep an eye on a firm. That's really the only thing that reported. Nothing too crucial there. Economic calendar. Pull that up. You guys can see on today, we really don't have much. Import price index, I don't think that does much. Not much on the, you have the 5-year inflation numbers. We'll see if that makes any effect. I don't think it will much. And then Fed President speaking at 11. Don't think that is too big. And then next week, retail sales. That should be interesting. Then jobless claims. So actually a pretty light next week on the economic side. What about that? What about? Oh, that's last week. Okay, so not too much on the horizon on the economic side, but we'll have to wait for future weeks for that. But retail sales next week, Tuesday. It's really about it. All right, so what are we doing next? Futures. Let's do futures. Yeah, I saw the news about Twitter. I think I don't think that's as big as it's the reaction is causing. I think they're just trying to find a solution to something. I think that's just a little bit of an overreaction. To me, it seems like, at least my first thought of what I saw was that it's just that they're gonna try to figure out what to do about this fake spam accounts. I don't think it's like a deal breaker. So I don't think he's gonna walk away from it. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. A little bit of an overreaction, coming back up. I mean, it's down substantially, 10% still. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really interested. I don't watch Twitter, guys. Twitter, if you're watching Twitter, guys, you're asking to lose money. I mean, this thing is completely manipulated by news right now. I don't know how you would trade Twitter with how much headline risk there is. It's just a waste of your time. I wouldn't even look at Twitter. It's like trying to guess what the next new headline is that comes out. It's just not something that I'm really interested in. That's not really how you gain consistency in the stock market, by chasing the shiny object. So I have no interest in it. Anyways, Nasdaq. So today we are at 12.2, right? We are sitting at 12.2 right now. We're trading at 12.180, right? So 12.180 as we speak right here, and you can see that was a very big level previously, right? 12.2, 12.2, 12.2. Now, if I go to the daily chart, we already know this is a big level on the daily chart as well. So if I go about, where's 12.2? It's right here, right? 12.2 also dates back all the way from October of 2020, November of 2020, and March of 2021. So you can see 12.2, 12.2, 12.2. And where are we at today? This is the hourly chart. Over the last week, look at how important 12.2 has been. So this is a big level, guys. I mean, this is no joke. This is a level that dates back 2 years and also is showing itself in the short term. So there is a lot of interest around this area. If we can get above 12.2 today, if we can see an actual strength move above 12.2, I think you're going to have a nice day. I think you can probably have a day towards 12.5 because you're just going to move within this range. So I will definitely be looking for a strong move. I will definitely be, it's pretty easy to find. You just scroll down 3 tabs. It's really not that hard. I mean, here, I'll show you. You go here, you go to community, and you scroll down, it's right here. You're not a member of this channel, so you're not going to be able to see it, unfortunately. It's only for members only. Okay. Yeah, so 12.2 is big, and we need to see a break. You need to see a retest. You need to see some consolidation form here, and then I'd feel confident for upside. But that is a must, because this is a very large resistance, potentially resistance level. So today, 12.2, break and retest, break and hold. That is key. There is nothing else as important as that today, guys. Nothing else as important as getting above 12.2. If you are looking for upside, you need to see that hold. And if you want to see this market try to get some hold into next week, we need to close above 12.2. At the end of the day today, you need to see the Nasdaq above 12.2 if you want to try to gain some momentum to the upside. If you do, I would not trade it much further than this level. Just be aware of that. I would not get greedy and try to trade it past 12.5. This is a huge level up here, and this would be your trading range. If you can grab 12.2, then this would be your trading range, 12.2 to 12.5, right? There's not a member only live stream. This is a live stream. It's not member only. So you guys can see it right there. So that's that. That's the bullish scenario, right? Bullish scenario, break of 12.2, hold of 12.2, try to get that upside towards 12.5. Next, bearish scenario. If we are still bearish today and we still see rejections, this could very well be a textbook rejection at 12.2 and then move back down, right? That could be a textbook rejection. If we see the rejection, the only level that I think can hold us up is right here. If we get a rejection, the only level that can hold us up is right here at 1270. Now, why do I say that? I'll show it to you right now. Look at this level and look at what it did this morning. Look at what it did at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., 3 a.m. this morning in the pre-market. It had a little break and retest. You guys can see right here. Boom, boom, right there. So you can see that little double bottom there at 12.7. So what does that tell me? Right? What does that tell me? That tells me that if we come down, if we come back down this morning, if we hold 12.7, then maybe we can still have that opportunity. But if we come down and we do this, then you guys know what's going to happen, right? If we come back down, if we break under yesterday's highs, pre-market highs, 12.7, if we 12,070, we come back down, we retest it, turn it into resistance, then you guys know what's going to happen. So some very important and very crucial levels to watch out for today, guys. And this is really easy to sort of manage your day. It really is quite easy to sort of get a feel for what the market's wanting to do. If you get this, then you know upside. If you get this, then you know, okay, it's market trying to hold 1270, maybe some upside. If you get this under 1270, you're going down. So pretty clear examples, pretty clear sort of structure as to what we can see based on the levels that you have. Will we reject here or will we push through? Will we hold 1270 or will we dump it? So those are the things that I'll be watching today, guys. That is exactly what I'll be watching. Just remember, when I look at this chart, my first idea, if I am totally unbiased, is that this is without a doubt a very tough resistance level where we are sitting right now as we open. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that is a must watch today, guys. ES. The ES is a little bit stronger this morning because you guys can see the ES is actually trying to get through. The ES is pretty much it's pretty much through. You have a few other minor levels right around this 39.90 that is starting to reject here. And I'll show you that in a second, right around this 39.90. But if I go ahead and zoom in, if I actually, you know what, let's start on the daily chart. And let's zoom out here. So this level here dates back to this previous high, right around this 39.75. So right around that 39.75, if we go down to the 15, you can see that we were able to get above it just recently. Just within the last, the last 5-10 minutes, right here. So I'm going to zoom into the last 5-10 minutes. You guys can see the resistance that was forming here, right? You can see that sort of the top, rejection, 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 and then boom, we got through it. So we are above that 39.75. We need to now see that, right? We cannot give up that 39.75 now on the ES. So that is what I would want to see today. I would want to see a hold of 39.75 on the ES. If we get that hold, then I think you can have that room into this range, right? You have the 40.50, you have the 39.75 right there. And then if you can hold above this little channel high or this little resistance point, then you could possibly see something like this. If we drop back below, turn it back into resistance, then you know sort of what we need to watch out for. So pretty defined levels this morning, which I like. It gives me some structure for my day. It makes me confident on what direction we could see continuation in if I am just focusing on these futures. And yes, I watch these futures all day. Someone asked that earlier. I watch these futures every minute of the trading day. So, and you should be as well. So that's the ES, 39.75. That's a must hold today, guys, up to 40.50. If we drop 39.75, we turn it into resistance, then you might see another downside move. Yeah, no, you don't see, sometimes the ES outperforms, sometimes the Nasdaq outperforms. It depends what sectors are strong, right? So the ES is diversified. The ES has more than just tech. So if a different sector is hot, like if energy is hot, the ES will outperform. Let's say healthcare is hot. Let's say consumer staples are hot. Then the ES will outperform the Nasdaq. Right? The ES is up 1.4. Nasdaq's up 2%. So you have a little bit more strength on the Nasdaq this morning. Okay. Thank you to the mods for that. Appreciate you. All right, YM. So I think the Dow needs to get back above. There's too much to focus on for me to be trading futures and options. It's just you need to do one. I'd rather be a master of one than a jack of all trades, personally. So you guys can see right here, you have a previous support right there, and you need to get back above it here around 32.2. If you cannot get above 32.2 on the Dow, you could see some resistance. I would watch 32,200 on the Dow today, guys. You need to get above that level. That is right there. That is a previous low from back in February. You need to see that turn into, you need to see us get back above that and turn it into support, right? You do not want to see that, right? You want to see a break, a retest, a hold of 32.2, and then a continuation if you're looking for upside. Okay, this one's interesting. The Russell actually has I actually have some interest in the Russell today. Why is that? Because the Russell sparked a little bit of a move yesterday on the small caps. And why did it do that? Because it is holding the 1700. For now, at least. I can't tell you that that's very strong, but for now, it is holding the 1700. And that seems like it sparked a little bit of a small cap move yesterday. So you can see you had some previous resistance here, you had some support form here, and look at what the Russell's doing right now, guys. It is trying to hold 1700. So, can the Russell sort of make back some of this straight down move that we saw, right? Can we get something here, maybe back towards these previous lows of around 1850? That's sort of the area that I would watch for. Some resistance up here around 1790. But the only reason I have interest in watching this today is to see how it reacts off 1700. So, actually a pretty nice hold around this 1700 yesterday, and you're trying to find some bounce off of it. This is a very big level, right? This is a very big level on the RTY, 1700. So if you get a little small cap move today, up to around 1800, maybe further, that could help out. That could help out some of the stocks. IWM is the ETF for the Russell, correct? It's like the QQQ for the Nasdaq. That's an interesting watch, guys. Russell 1700. See what it does. It could spark a little bit of a push. Okay, so to review the futures real quick, you got some pretty big levels to watch out for, guys. If you're just tuning in, here it is. You got 12,200 on the Nasdaq. That is a must break and hold if you want to see upside. If you see it reject today, you're going to come back down to that 1270. ES, you need to hold above 3975, right? Watch out for 3975. That is a must hold this morning. If you do not hold that, you are going to move back down. SGL, I'm really not sure what you're talking about members only live stream. You keep on asking the same question. You need to explain that. There's no members only live stream. If you're talking about the live trading, then you need to join the trading community. Okay, that is the futures, guys. Very defined levels to watch out for. Very clean stuff. Google. So Google is interesting. And you can see that it is trying to hold this level here. We started the slip under that 2230 yesterday. We got starting. Look, I'll show you guys on the 5-minute. You can see we started to slip under it, and it started to get very aggressive to the downside. But the Nasdaq was able to save it at low a day. So low a day on the Nasdaq was able to hold Google up yesterday. And if I go to, let me get some time. You can see support, right? Support. And we are trying to bounce off that level. I would watch if Google can get some more continuation here. If the market does, right, you have to think about this. It all relies on the futures. All of this, everything we're about to talk about for the next 40 minutes, all relies on the futures. None of this means anything, right? And unless it's the futures is helping this move. So if the Nasdaq breaks 12.2, if you get an upside move, and you start to see that momentum come in, then I would watch Google off this 2230. I know it's already up to 2300 this morning, which is pretty astonishing. But I would look for that continuation on Google off this level. This is a big level. This could be a little short-term move off 2230. There could be a little sympathy off this level if the Nasdaq has a good day. If the Nasdaq has a bad day, then I would look for the breakdown of the 2230. Either way, Google is sitting at a very key level, and I would definitely be focused on what it does here, right? Because there could be some pretty good opportunity here on Google for either upside or downside, a break under 2230, or a move on the Nasdaq for a pushback towards that 2500. So interesting stuff, and definitely something I would watch on Google towards that 2230. Okay, Tesla, the link's in the description. Tesla, 700. Let me go hourly. Here we go. So, where did Tesla hold, right? Pretty much exactly at 700. That's exactly where Tesla held on to. Let me delete this. I'll sort of clean this up for you and do it all over with you. So, 700, that comes back to the daily chart, right? Daily chart. Right here, you guys can see 700, 700. So that's why we're holding at that 700. Big volume yesterday. That's a good thing to note. Hourly chart. Where's the 760 level? Let me go back to the daily. 760 level is right here. So you had these previous lows at 760 right there, right? You had previous high here. You had support at 760. And if we go into the 15 or the hourly chart, you can see that this morning we held 760. And if we go to the 5-minute, we can see that yesterday we rejected 760. So very, very clean. The 760 level is important. So right there. So 760, you have that rejection, right? Yesterday, push higher, rejection off of it. That's that daily chart level. Today, you're above it. So you're above that 760. However, the next level to watch out for are these 780s. 780 lows and then 820 highs. So you can see right here, guys. 780, 820. So can we hold above 780 today on Tesla? If we can, then I think you can probably get a push into this range. Right? If you can hold above 780 today, I could see a push in this range here. This is just sort of a chop range that you could see some upside in, but we need to hold above 780 at open. And you definitely cannot break back down below 760. If you do get a pullback at open, you cannot see a break under 760. This could end up being a very nice little dip buy opportunity today if we get a 760 hold, right? Something like this. Or if you do give up 760 completely and you reject it, then you know you're coming back down, right? So a few different opportunities today on Tesla. Break over 780, right? If you get a break over 780 and you retest it and you hold it, then you probably start to move up. If you pull back at open, watch for the 760 hold right here. And if you do not hold 760, look for it to turn into resistance for downside. So a few different scenarios there, but either way, you have to watch these levels, and those are definitely very interesting to me because I think there will be opportunity. Yes, I trade live. Go watch the video yesterday that I made. If you guys want to know what goes on in the Discord, watch the end of yesterday's video. All right, so that's Tesla, 780, 760, 820, big levels, must watch. Okay, Nvidia. Now this is interesting on Nvidia, isn't it? Monday's lows, Wednesday support, and then flush. Yesterday's highs, today's highs. That is interesting. That is a very big level. 168. So 168, can you get above 168 today? Can you get above 168 today, or are you rejecting this level today? That is what I would watch. This should have some opportunity behind it today on Nvidia, guys. If I go to the hourly chart, you can see that this 168 is pretty big. We've rejected it in the past. It was previous support. Do we get a break over it, or do we reject? That is what I'm watching today. If we get a break over it, then you probably have a little bit of room up to that 180. But I would not expect it to go much further than that. 180, support, support, resistance, resistance, big level above. So 168, does it get above it? If it does, maybe you get a little push into that 180. If not, watch out for that rejection. Either way, Nvidia is sitting at a very perfect level for opportunity, right, to either direction. So watch out for that. Do you ever trade while working? Did you ever trade? So, yeah, I did. I was more focused on swing trades at that time, Daniel. Much more focused on swing trades. But, of course, the market was a little bit more kind to swing trades. There's times where the market's kind to swing trades. There's a time when the market's not very kind to swing trades. And right now, it's not a very kind time for swing trades. A lot of volatility and a lot of changes overnight. So, you just got to be a little bit cautious on the swing trades lately. I haven't taken a swing trade in like 2 weeks. So, yeah, you got it. That's the biggest thing about swing trading. Like, one of the biggest skills that you need to acquire while swing trading is the understanding of the market, right? Understanding of market behavior and market volatility. So you have to know when to put your foot on the gas with swing trades and when to hold off. Every day is not a good day to take a swing trade. That is for sure. So that's a very big aspect to your success with swing trading, is to make sure you understand, is the market favoring swings or is it too jumpy? Right now, I would tell you that I would stay away from swing trades right now. Okay, that's Nvidia. Here's Square. Square, $80. This was a big level that we broke down. Remember we talked about this on Wednesday? We talked about this breakdown. You guys can see support, 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 big flush under 80, and we are back above it right now. So today, watch out for $80. Does 80 hold? Can we get a push towards that 86? Right? Can we get a push towards that 86? If we can, then I would watch for it. I would watch for 86 to reject. But if we can get a push on the Nasdaq, then I would look for a hold of this 80 and a push higher on Square today. If we fail 80 once again, then you know that this is probably going to come back down. So 80 is a big level in focus today. If I go to the hourly chart, you're going to see it right here. This is where we previously flushed from. You guys can see this little hourly consolidation. We flushed under it. Now we're back at it. So if we hold above 80, can we get that push towards 86? If we break 86, You probably even have room up to these lows here, which is around 98, 97, right? You sort of just have these stair-stepping levels. So definitely something I'm watching today. Can Square find some momentum over 80? That is something I'm definitely keeping an eye out for. Okay, AMD. This has been holding really well, AMD. So right here, you guys can see, look at the little double bottom that AMD is holding here at 84, 85. Right there, nice support, nice support. If I zoom in, you can see, look at those wicks on the 4 hour. When it came back down, look how quickly it got bought up. So actually some really nice support showing itself down below at 84, 85. And that's interesting. So if again, all relies on the Nasdaq. If the Nasdaq has some strength today, I wouldn't mind seeing if I can catch AMD to the upside, because I know that there is support down below, which could help me out, right? I know the support is down here, and I know that there's some margin to the upside. So if I see a strong Nasdaq, then I'll be watching to see if I can get AMD back towards 100. So you can see you have previous support here, which will definitely turn into resistance, right? Sort of at this 100, right? So you have some margin on this move if you get a strong Nasdaq on AMD. If I go to the 1 minute chart, actually, you know what? I'll go 30. You can see nice little hold here, double bottom, triple bottom for the last 4 days. And then you can see, I would want to see probably a push over Thursday's or Wednesday's highs. Or I would at least be cautious of Wednesday's highs. Why is that? Because of this. This is my only concern to the upside today, right? So you can see support, support, resistance, resistance. So if you get an AMD early, right? If someone in here gets an AMD early, you need to be taking, this is how you have to think through it, right? You have to be taking profits as you push into 92. You cannot be someone that holds their entire position into 92, because this is a proven previous resistance, and this could easily do this today, right? So if you are in AMD early, let's say you get it at the bell or 5 minutes after, take it till 92 and start to take off, right? Start to scale out. You got to know that, okay, I'm approaching resistance. I need to start taking it off. I don't care how good it looks. I don't care how greedy I am. All I know is that if I'm not trading with emotion, then I know that there is resistance here, and this is the time that I need to take profits, or at least some. Well, I'll maybe hold one contract to see if it can get through. If it can't, then I'm good. If we get something like this, then I just avoided disaster, right? Or if you see something like this, and you can maybe get into it again, look for a little break and retest, get in off the 92 hold, and then try to play it towards 100. So just make sure you guys have these levels. I just cannot stress the importance of this enough. After, a lot of people ask sort of what's like a thing that sort of changed trading for you. And honestly, guys, one of the biggest things I can answer that is just focusing on levels on this chart and not trying to guess what happens. Just keeping it systematic. So I know that I do not want to buy calls, right? I'll write it down for you. Do not buy calls at this level, right? This is not a place to buy calls right here. You can maybe buy them into that level, but you do not buy them here. If break and retest of 92 could be a reason to look for upside, right? If we get a break and retest of this 92, then maybe there's a reason for upside. Something like this. Take it off the retest. So just make sure you have these levels on your charts. Make sure you're focusing on them. They're very helpful. Okay, Apple. Look at that hold at 138. I don't know if you guys remember, but we talked about this 138 yesterday. We talked about how we should come back down to it. And absolutely, Ash. Everything you guys hear on this live stream is 10x'd in the Discord. It's not like I work very hard. Trust me. I'm there all day. I'm not just some idiot that gets people to join a chat room and then never is there. You would know, right? There would be word on the street if that's how it was. Trust me. This is my life. This is my job. Really, it's how I look at it. It's my job. So I enjoy it. I enjoy every second of it. But anyways, Apple. You guys can see. Look at how. Sorry. Look at this weekly chart. This is share buying. This is share buying heaven for me on Apple right here. Absolutely. I don't care what Apple does. I am absolutely buying shares here on Apple. 100 SMA, weekly chart, beautiful retest of this 138. That looks really good to me. I'm buying shares here. I don't care if it goes lower. This is a really good little point to take some nibbles, in my opinion. So resistance, support. 138, 100 SMA on the weekly chart. I like that a lot. Yesterday, you can see we had a nice little hold at that level, nice little bounce. And if I grab some more time, you guys can see it right here. No, it's not $10. You guys can see right here, 138. That is a nice level. I'm looking to see, does Apple bounce off this? That is something I'm watching. Does Apple bounce off this 138? I'm a little bit biased to Apple, so maybe sometimes don't listen to me, guys. I'm probably not the best person to listen to about Apple because I'm always bullish on it. Anywhere I see Apple holding up with, look at this volume yesterday. Huge volume on Apple yesterday as well. And I'll admit, I'm admittedly biased on Apple. It's in my human nature. I'm always going to buy it. I like this 138 level for an area of hold. Maybe up back towards that 150. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you guys can section a 1-hour chart. Let's get a little bit more time here. You guys can see right here. Boom. Right to 150. So I think Apple definitely has room to 150. For sure. I think you have the room there. The question is, what happens at 150? That's the question. So I'm watching it today. Let's see if we can get to 150. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I appreciate that, Carlos. Yeah, man. I'm, it's part of my upraising, it's, when you grow up in a family, Italian family, when you grow up around, I guess that's what I contributed to. I could never do wrong by someone. So I try my best to do my best for everyone that's in the community. It's just a genuine feeling that comes from the heart. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So Microsoft, 260, big level here at 260. You can see this was a previous support right here. And this was a resistance, and it's turning into resistance. Where is this level on the daily? Hold on, guys. I need to get some more time. I need to show you the 260 on the daily. There it is. Okay. All right, let me show you this 260 on the daily here. Let me clean this up a little bit. Okay, so 260 is this area right here. Right? 260 is this previous resistance. And you can see that we are pushing right into it right now this morning. So today, do we get 260 does 260 break down, or do we get the push to 270s, right? So that's what I would watch for. This is a very big important level on Microsoft. So what you can see, guys, as I go through these charts, you're already starting to notice, I hope, that there's a lot of stocks at very big levels. Nvidia, 168. Tesla at 780. Microsoft, 260. Apple, 138, big level bounce yesterday, right? Google, 2230. AMD is holding that 84. So a lot of stuff sort of, there's a lot of, there feels like there's a lot of opportunity here. That's why I'm very excited for today, because there's a lot of either very clean rejections or very clean upside moves. And it's all like all of the charts are sitting at levels. It's not like we're in between zones today. We're sitting at the levels as we open. So I think you're gonna see some nice reactions. That's why I'm pretty excited to see what we do today. Okay, next, another stock at a very big level, XLV. You guys can see this right here. I appreciate all the support in the chat, guys. It really helps. I mean, Uh, I'm sure you can imagine, but waking up every morning doing this, it helps. The positive feedback really keeps you motivated. So I appreciate that. So you can see XLV support 4 times. Big support at XLV. So is this a little support for XLV? Do we get a little move on healthcare? This is interesting to watch. You got AbbVie, which has been holding up pretty well. I'm a little bit concerned of that 154 level, but if the XLV does run, that should help. You got J&J, which is holding this. We talked about J&J coming back to like the 173s. It looks like it's trying to hold this 175 area. If XLV is strong, that could move. And then finally, UNH. If I go to the weekly chart on UNH, you can see we're sort of at that like uptrend on the weekly chart. If I draw an uptrend here, we're pretty close to the sort of the uptrend here on UNH. You can draw it something like this. So you can see we're sort of at that uptrend on the weekly chart. I think Sierra, you pointed this out this morning as well. 20 SMA, maybe you look to see if you can catch it back towards the 50. But if healthcare is strong, UNH is down 5 weeks in a row, right? If healthcare is strong, I would watch for a little UNH move if you see a bounce on this XLV. So that's what I would watch out for. Okay, that's that. We'll go over my trade real quick. We can, if you didn't catch it live, I think I have it live for you here. Actually, we can just go over it live. Why not? Is this it? Let's see. No, I'm not gonna. And my account number's on that. I'd rather not share my account number, guys. I apologize. I'll just sort of share you through TradeZella. If I, maybe one day I'll share my account number with you guys, but today probably not. Okay, let me pull it up. Daily stats, here it is, Nvidia put. I had someone in the Discord joke around. I was like, I don't want to show my account number. Like, oh, don't worry about it. We're family here. It's okay. Yeah, sure. So if you missed my Nvidia trade yesterday, first of all, I recommend you go watch. I recommend you go watch the video yesterday for the trade. It was live. You can see sort of what I was looking for. If I go, we can go ahead and do a recap just real quick, and then we'll go over the stocks that you guys want to look at today. I just want to keep consistent at showing you my trades. I know some of you may not be interested, but I think it's at least a cool thing to look at. So just setting it up for you here. Okay, one more thing. All right, there we go. Open that. All right, guys. So yesterday I had a Nvidia trade. This is really my only trade of the day. I had this and a Tesla trade, but 631 on Nvidia. My first entry here, I took 10 total contracts, so pretty strong on the size. But I was very confident in this position. Give us extra. All right, Andre, no problem. Just reach out to me. I got you. Five contracts, and then I added 5 more. So you guys can see right here. 937 and 937 were my ads. And why did I get in at 937? On the put side. So you guys can see right here. You can go watch it live if you'd like, but I'll give you a quick synopsis. I was looking for the break and retest of 161. So right around here, you had a 161 low. It wasn't quite perfect to 161, but this was enough for me. I usually put like a 5-10 cent range. So that was enough for me right there. So you get a break. As I say on this live stream, I do not like trading the break. I don't like trading the flush. The flush can be lucrative, but it can also fake you out very aggressively. I do not like trading the first flush. I like waiting for the retest, and that is exactly what I did. So you have a break, you have a retest at 161, and that is where my entry was. Right here on the retest. What else happened? Look at how beautiful. I mean, just look at how textbook that 9 EMA rejection is right there, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. 937 was my entry. That's on this candle right here. And I rode this thing down to around 941 was my last exit, which was 941, which is this candle as we started to push into the 9 EMA, right? So just a really textbook little break and retest, 9 EMA rejection. This is a strategy I talk about all the time, and very nice little move to the downside. That was really my main trade yesterday. You can watch the video yesterday. You press the key scroll button, middle button on your mouse, press it in. Press it in. All right, so that's my trade. Let's go over some stocks you guys want to look at. Make sure to press the like button, guys. If you like the video, you can press the like button. Don't forget, it's possible. You can do it. All right, let's you execute trades? Yes, I do, Roderick. All right, so AbbVie, we looked at it earlier, but if healthcare is strong today, I would look for a break over 154. If healthcare is weak today, look for this rejection, right? This is a huge level on AbbVie. It's very clear that this is a previous resistance, and you need to see what happens here today. I would not take a trade until I see either a very strong rejection or a push through. You need to figure out what's going on at this level here at 154. I'm not confident to tell you what happens next here. You either get something like this or you get a breakthrough of 154. But right now it is too sideways to tell. So I would wait to see what happens at 154. BABA. Okay, BABA. Yeah, BABA's tough. You're just sort of chilling here. I really don't have much for BABA for you, unfortunately. I mean, you're looking back at like 15 years ago levels. I mean, it's like, no, it's not 15. It's like 6 years ago. You're sort of chilling in these 6 year ago levels. Yeah, I mean, the trend is clearly down. So my first idea for you is do not look for upside because the trend is clearly down. But maybe you're trying to find some support at this little 80 area. You got earnings coming up as well. So we're going to skip on BABA for today. You got earnings coming up. You're sitting at 6 year lows. It's just, let's wait for, I think the best advice I give you, wait for earnings to be over with. Then we figure it out. Just wait for earnings to come out, in my opinion. Roblox, guys, at this point, Roblox, you either take your shot or you don't. That's all it is. You take your shot on some shares or you don't. If you think Roblox sticks around, if you think the company does well in the future, you buy shares here and you forget about them. If you don't, then I would look past it. You know, maybe you try to play some downside if it rejects again. This is really all this is right now to me, guys. It's either do you buy shares at these levels and you forget about them until you're 50 years old, or do you just forget about this stock as it never existed? That's basically my mindset. That's my honest opinion. I will never trade Roblox on an intraday basis. I will never look at it to trade options on. There's absolutely no reason. When there's stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, AMD that have very fluid, easy to read technicals and option contracts, I will never look to trade a stock like Roblox. It is so pointless. You either buy shares here and forget about it, or pretend like the stock doesn't exist. That's my honest opinion. D-Dog. Datadog. Okay, Datadog. I was thinking Datadog's going to try to come back down to here. It looks like it's probably going to chop around in this range for now, guys. So what do I usually tell you about trading in a range? I tell you it's pretty dangerous, right? Well, Datadog is right smack in the middle of a range. There is nothing no one can say to tell you what happens in this range right here. You are basically, what's a good analogy for this one? Lost at sea. Something like that. You are lost in the sea of blackness here, of this range. There is nothing that you could say to decide which way this goes here. Way too difficult, and not a place that I would trade this at all. I would trade it if it comes here, or I would trade it if it comes here. But I would definitely not be looking at this in this range. you have a 50-50 shot, probably less with option contracts, probably like 20-80 because of theta. So yeah, leave it alone. Wait for it to be at a level. Okay, that's all I got, guys. I got to head over to the chat. Do I want to? I think I got a few more minutes here. Oh wait, 3. Let's see. Let's go over some guys. Neo, Bed Bath and Beyond. Stop looking at them. That's my opinion. MicroStrategy. It's just going down with Bitcoin. I don't look at Bitcoin. Just trade it as it's Bitcoin, basically. Coinbase, same thing. I mean, what's the right? I don't know what your ID on it is. Is it to buy shares? Guys, I'm not looking at Bed Bath and Beyond. Sorry. I'll take a look at Amazon. We already did Tesla. Amazon. Okay, yeah, Amazon. I like Amazon. So this is exact, right? This is what we talked about, right? Let me get more time. All right, we'll go Amazon, Shop, and Boeing. So, remember we talked about this? We talked about Amazon every day. 2050, that's the level. We said it 10,000 times. 2050, 2050, 2050 is where we're coming back down to. Where did we hold? 2048. Absolutely killer. We called Amazon perfectly. So congratulations to anyone that caught this. Now, we are at the 2050, 2048. Perfect call out, perfect move. Volume profile showed it all. Every single part of this move, volume profile showed it all. Now you're getting a bounce off 2050. So, what's your key now? Now you need to start seeing some higher highs get built. If you want to see upside on Amazon. Yesterday's highs need to break. Tuesday's highs need to break. Monday highs. You need to start seeing these breaks on Amazon, right? You have to start seeing these levels break out to get some consistency here. If I go to the hourly chart, let me delete this damn gray area. It's so ugly. So you can see, I think the first level that you need to get above is 22.15 right here. If you get above 22.15, I think you can probably see a little bit of a push. And then the next big level is here at 23.80. So you got some big levels above, but if we go back to the weekly chart, guys, again, look at how perfectly this worked out. Look at how perfectly this worked out. Right to these previous highs. Boom. That is exactly where we found support. Awesome. If you guys have been in the live stream, then you know that we called that thing out perfectly. So well done. Shopify real quick. Shopify just about hit our $300 target. Which is, I think it was like about 8 points off, 6 points off, something like that. So this was 300 right here. And I think we hit, what did we hit? 308? So we hit 308. Same story goes for Shopify. If the market tries to bounce, look for some of these, look for this move to try to make some higher highs. So right here, guys, you have to break this level. You cannot see upside until you break right here. 412, no way you can get above, you can get a move on it unless you break above 412. You guys can see what happened at 412, the breakdown. You need to get back above 412. Last but not least, Boeing. This was another awesome call. Boeing right back to that 120. If you guys were here yesterday, we talked about Boeing back to 120. Really nice stuff. Right back to that support level. If you break 120, sadly, you're probably coming to 92. But if you can hold 120, you probably see a push into the 140s, right? So you're just going to see a stair step happen. It's all it is. It's just stair stepping levels. So if you hold up here, you probably push into here, maybe another rejection or a push through. If you reject, you're probably coming back to 90. So if you want to see upside on Boeing, it needs to be above 143 first. I would not get faked out with a rejection off 143. So watch out for that. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ahuramaz. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. All right, guys, that's it. Go Rangers. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Be safe out there. Be smart. It's Friday. Please remember, zero DTE contracts are trying to take every second today. They're trying to take your money. So if you have profits on zero DTE, please close it and take profits. Thank you guys again. I hope you have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. And press the like button. Try to see if we can get over 500 likes here. That'd be great. And if you want to join the Discord chat, it is down below, guys. Come hang out. Come trade with us every single day. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good weekend.